Recording in progress.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our National Championship Game press conference. We have head coach and student athletes from Cornell University who ended the year with a 14-5 record. Head coach Connor Busick, student athlete C.J. Kirst, and Gavin Adler. We ask that if you have questions here in person to please get the attention of Sophia and Joe, our two mic holders. And if you're on our Zoom, please raise your virtual hand if you have a question, and we will try to get to many people as Zoom as possible. We'll start with an opening statement from Coach Busick, then we'll take questions for student athletes for about 10 minutes, and then we'll take questions for Coach for about 10 minutes. So, Coach, if you could begin with an opening statement, please.
Sure. So I just start with how proud I am of this group. They've fought, they've scrapped, they've clawed, they've gotten better every day. They've committed to this process, and you saw it even throughout the course of the day. They just got better as the day went on. You know, that was probably one of our best quarters of the year in that fourth quarter, and again, that's against a stellar Maryland team that deserves everything that they get. So I'm so proud to be associated with this group. You know, I know the brand of Cornell Lacrosse that they play makes, you know, the long tradition of Cornell Lacrosse very, very, you know, everybody is supportive of that, and you know, it honors all that's come before us. There's a certain way about playing at a place like Cornell, and there's a certain expectation of how you play the game, and these guys honored that well. And so, again, didn't go our way today, but proud of the way they continue to fight, proud of the belief, this resiliency that they continue to show, and know that you know, the clock ran on us today, but hope we're on the cusp of building something pretty special here moving forward.
Questions for the student athletes, please. Over here in the front row.
Kevin Brown, Inside Lacrosse. Gavin, just Coach mentioned it, one of your best quarters of the season. Just how proud are you of holding Maryland to their lowest scoring output of the season and just finishing strong to give yourselves a chance?
Yeah, just really proud of our guys. You know, we fought, and that's our identity. And, you know, win or lose, no matter the result, probably would have cried the same way in the locker room, just knowing that our time's done regardless. And that's really what hurt the most, you know, not really the result, just seeing guys who were going out the door. I mean, I'm lucky enough to come back, but definitely proud of our effort today, offensively and defensively.
Do you have any other questions for student athletes from the people here in person? Front row, right here.
You guys watched Maryland receive the trophy. I saw everyone looking at that. You know, being on the stage, how does that increase the hunger to come back? You know, you're both coming back next year. Does that give you confidence in next year?
Absolutely. It's everything.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we know what it takes to get here, and seeing that moment, I guess, pushes us even more, especially in the offseason. We're just super lucky to be in this position that we are, where Gavin has a year left, and I have 3, so I'm just could be grateful for the position that we are, and we're just super excited to, I guess, get back to work.
Yeah, huge step forward for the program. You know, it's a domino effect. Now that I've been here, he's been here. That's 3 years of generation of players can pass on, do what it takes, and show the young guys this is who we are.
In the back.
Hey, this is for just both of the players. What was the difference in the fourth quarter? You guys are down 9-2. You end up losing 9-7. Just what was the difference out there for you both?
I mean, I can't really speak to the beginning of the game, but towards the end of the game, I knew we were just hanging on, and we knew this was our last time regardless. No matter what the score was, we had to leave it all out there. I think you really saw that come out of us in the fourth quarter. We just ran out of time.
Yeah, at the end of the third, you come to the sideline, you got everyone giving you a hug saying, we got this, keep your head up, and that just pushed us. And for all the work that we put in this year, it was 15 minutes left, and especially for the seniors, 15 minutes of their career, and we gave it all we got.
Front row again.
Just piggybacking off that, CJ, is in that final frame, did you feel yourselves pick up another gear? It seemed like Maryland was gassed to finish that thing.
Yeah, definitely. All year, we may not have had the best start, but we always finished strong, and we gave it all we got. And that last 15 minutes, we were definitely really motivated, and unfortunately, we came up short. But yeah, those 15 minutes, we pushed ourselves, and yeah.
How about on Zoom, a question for the Cornell student athletes from David Malandra from Philly Sports Splits?
Question for the student athletes. What was said at the end of the third quarter
that led you guys to go on that run to make the game interesting in the fourth quarter?
Nothing really was said. We just knew like this is who we are, and it was our last time together. There wasn't a pump-up speech or a motivational quote. We just looked each other in the eyes and knew that we're going to claw back in this thing.
And we have any additional questions to student athletes? Oh, in the back.
Just for both of you guys, what does it say about this team that you're down 9-2, but you do come back like that? You do fight and show that resiliency, especially in that adversity on this stage.
That's just our culture. Ever since we stepped, everyone on our team stepped foot on campus, it was you're going to give it everything you got, no matter if it's going to a lift or you're running conditioning. And every time we're out on the field, we don't take it for granted. And we gave it all we got.
Yeah, just not really looking at the scoreboard, just that next play mentality, game to one mentality, and the rest would take care of itself. We just came up short.
Anything else for student athletes? Okay, gentlemen, thank you for your time today. Congratulations on a great season.
Thank you.
You guys are free to go. And we'll take questions now here in person for Coach Busick. Right here in the second row.
Yeah, Coach, first of all, I just want to say congratulations on a sensational season and a nice run, reaching the finals. Coach, you fell behind 72 by the half. And it seems like there was a little problem, tried to recuperate, and also you created a run the last quarter. My question to you is that your player, John Piatelli, your top attacker, the top scorer of the team, was missing in action today. I guess most people was looking for him to. Was anything wrong with him? Was it or anything that you could share with us? Or you think in a way that was anything he would be better, he would make a difference in the outcome of this game?
Yeah, again, I think it's the beauty of our offense is that everybody's involved. Everybody gets a fair shake at it, and we see what's working, and we work from there. That defense, we could tip our cap to them. Obviously, holding us to 2 goals through the half and 3 into the third quarter was our lowest output of the year, and so they certainly did some things that challenged us. But once we started sharing the ball and playing team offense, you saw the spark in the fourth, and John got going, and obviously CJ got us going early, and so Huey got in the action, Spencer Wertheim, and so again, I think there was for the 7 goals we scored, they were pretty well distributed. It's a great defense. That there's not a whole lot to take advantage of, and so we had to certainly just make plays, and a few guys settled in. Again, today wasn't John's most impressive performance maybe on the stat sheet, but he did a lot for us. He continues to command a lot of respect. He manages situations as well as any, and so for us, he's a guy that we lean on, and he's the one that helps us spark that run. Obviously, scores one at the end that gets disallowed, and then scores another one. So, a guy that we trust inherently to do everything that we need done, and so even though his output maybe in the score sheet didn't look like it, still proud of the way John led us today and did a lot of great things.
In the front row, we'll do 1 and 2. Green shirt, blue shirt.
Do you get a large amount of satisfaction out of the fact that you outshot them, you went toe-to-toe with one of the best teams in the country, and you held them under 10 goals, and you kind of made them sweat at the end? Like, what level of satisfaction do you get out of the overall performance, not just the end of the fourth?
Sure. I think in this sport, right, there's no moral victories. You don't walk away feeling good because you made it tough on them. We believed coming into this thing we were going to win this thing. We truly believe that top to bottom. That's a heck of a team. They do a lot of things great on tape, but we thought we had the ability to beat that team. With that being said, they were awesome. They managed our offense really well. I thought our defense played as well as they possibly could. The game plan was outstanding. I thought we competed at the face-off X. We made a team that doesn't make mistakes, and that made us, that was part of what we were hoping to do, is press them to those limits, get those in uncomfortable situations that we could start to capitalize on. And again, I think the thing we talk about a lot in our program is about the inputs and not the outputs. It's about how you show up and the things that you can control, and I thought our guys did that. from the start of the game to being down 5 goals, 6 goals in the game, and never losing faith, and I think you saw that. And so, the thing that I am most proud about of this group is not that they made Maryland sweat for a little bit there, but they just never lost the belief, the focus, the enthusiasm, the effort, and you saw it over the course of that game. The fact that that team played 2 games in 3 days and wore up over the course of the game brings a smile to my face, and I know many Cornell Lacrosse alums.
Yeah.
Coach, one of the things that seemed to spark you guys in the fourth quarter was a ride that looked a lot more aggressive. You were really pressing forward. I'm sure some of that is a need to just find some more possessions with time running down. Would you have considered maybe going to a more aggressive ride earlier to try and create a spark that way as you guys needed to run?
Certainly in hindsight, it looks like there was some potential for that. I think going into the game, you're hard-pressed to be super aggressive in the ride because they're so good at getting the ball up and out. You're trying to manage transition as much as you are trying to ride, and sometimes you get lost in the middle there and you start giving away some easy ones. And so certainly that was a team we were hoping to not give them any of those opportunities to make them work for everything. And truly, all 9 goals, I felt like we made them earn. And so obviously, we had some success and we had to get a little aggressive there. Maybe that would have worked for longer, but that's a scary team in transition with a lot of guys that handle the ball really well, and so you want to try to manage that flow as well as you can, and I thought we did a pretty good job of that.
We'll take a question from Zoom. David Melander Jr. from Philly Sports Blitz.
What did you tell your players in the locker room following the game, and what is the one thing you could take away from this season going into next year?
Following the game, it just talked about how proud we are of the way this group has come along. It's been a long 2 years. There's been heartache and adversity, and then there's been the most incredible moments with this team to share that field today and play on Memorial Day Monday. And so for us, I'm just proud of the progress this group's made. It would have been easy to complain and cry in our soup when things didn't break our way and when we were in tough spots and guys were deciding whether or not to withdraw from school last year, and coming back this year there was a lot of reasons that we weren't going to be as good as we could be, right? We could have come back and talked about all the reasons that we're inexperienced, and we lost a great group of players in that senior class that graduated over those 2 years, and they didn't. They never once looked for an excuse. They just looked for the solution. They looked for the next opportunity to make a play. They looked for the next way to get better, and so that group took who was in that locker room, and every one of those guys committed to the plan of just getting better every day. And again, that's what makes me most proud of our effort today and throughout the course of the year. I thought Saturday up to Saturday was our best performance of the year. Today, obviously, there's parts that Maryland makes it really tough on you. By the fourth quarter, that was the best lacrosse we played all year. If you're peaking at the right time, that means your guys are committed to improving at everything. And so just walking away from today, what I told them is that I'm proud. I'm proud of what they did. I'm proud of how hard they fought. I'm proud of the leadership within that group. And then in terms of moving forward, we built a foundation. We built a foundation. Cornell Lacrosse is, we stand on the shoulders of giants at a place like that, and truly I think we're back to where we need to be in terms of culturally. You heard our guys talking about it, and it brought a smile to my face just hearing them echo the sentiments that we think are important to our program, to hear them talk about the resiliency, and regardless of the scoreboard, regardless of the situation, you show up and you compete and you care for your teammates, and you saw that today. I think they put it on display, and so we talked about over the last 2 years being a renaissance, being an opportunity to rebuild, to really get back to the basics, philosophically talk about who we wanted to be, and then when it's time that the rubber hits the pavement, it's time to go, and they did just that. And so I think they truly set the foundation for this program moving forward, and there's a lot of young guys in that locker room. For how great our senior class was and some of the studs that we're going to lose, there's a lot of really young guys in that locker room that are just getting started, and so I'm excited for what that senior class built and the belief that they built within our locker room, and now it's entrusted to us to keep building on where we were today.
We have time for 2 more questions for Coach.
Just a part of that foundation, the rebuild. Do you feel like this was kind of ahead of schedule now that the season's over and you can reflect on things?
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't. If you would ask me on February 1, are you going to play on Memorial Day, I don't think I could confidently say yes. But also we hadn't played on Memorial Day in 15 years, and so again, I think that's the beauty of this thing where, I don't think at any point in time I could have told you how good we were or how bad we were. I was just said we're getting better. And we saw that out of this group. They had that mentality. They had that laser focus that even when we were 10-1, no one was content. No one was just okay with being good. Everybody wants to be great, and I think that's truly a marker of success within our program because when you have guys like that, right, nothing is too small to care about. Nothing is too small to try to win, and that nature brings you to opportunities like today.
I think we have one more question for Coach in the front row. This will be the final one for Coach.
Yeah, in the post-game handshake line, Coach Tillman really made a point of telling you how he approached this situation when he was in the past. As a first-year coach, how do you move forward, and does making this game competitive at the end, does that help you when you're thinking about building for the future?
Yeah, Coach Tills is great with us. Between myself and Jordan, he's always there and passing on advice. And obviously, he's at the very top of this game, and Memorial Day has become a fixture on his calendar. So he's great. I appreciate all of his advice, and certainly for us, coming through today, I think. Again, sometimes the stage can be too big when you're a little too young. It can be overwhelming with the TVs and the cameras and the interviews and all of it that comes along with Memorial Day. But I'm proud of this group that it didn't ever feel that way. There was a laser focus about them, and again, it's no different than how we've gone about everything this year. But I've been really proud of the maturity of this group, and specifically in the young guys. And so I think this is a jumping-off point. Certainly, when we talk about things, we don't talk about things in terms of goals and trophies and end points. We just want to get better tomorrow, because if we talk about Memorial Day starting tomorrow, we just wasted 364 days. And so our hope is as soon as we turn the page from this and we let this hurt a little bit, that it's back to work. And the beauty of this is in the journey. You want to hold trophies, but I hope that's not the pinnacle of this, is that's where we get to, and then what? That's a part of this journey, and I'm lucky to be going through it with my staff and the guys on our team.
Coach, congratulations, a great season. We appreciate your time
Thanks
this week.
so much, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.